Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Today I begin a new series with Greg Hawkes. We did an interview about a week and a half ago, and in that interview we talked about being relationally smart. This takes and expands upon the concept of emotional intelligence and does so in a way that leaders can really use. It's extremely practical. I know you'll love it. So, let's dive in. Okay, everyone, I am so excited. Today I have my good friend and colleague Greg Hawkes with the Hawkes Agency. Greg and I have known each other for 5 years?
At least
6 years?
It feels longer than that, Rob. But
time flies, right?
yeah, I think it had to be 13 or 14.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess it's 19. Yeah.
And so Greg works in the culture space. Greg does a lot of keynotes all around the country. Greg and I met together. We used to do leadership training together and had a great time.
Good times.
Yes, I am on Greg's email list, and Greg put out a 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
2 weeks ago.
Celebrate my 10-year anniversary.
10 years.
10 years been in business.
As a company. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. Very
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
So he put it out, and it was called Being Relationally Smart. And while I read most of the ones he puts out, truly, and enjoy most of those.
That's right. The percentages slip.
There are some that you go, wow, that's really good. And so I called up Greg, said, hey, is there any way we can get together and talk about this? Because I think you would also benefit from hearing Greg talk about relational smarts. Very good, very good. So when I read Greg's newsletter, what really captured me was, and I've got the list. This is the one that he, or the set rather, of what you called attributes of being relationally smart. What he calls attributes, though, are very much, at least most of them, are behaviors. And that really works for me personally. When someone says, I need you to be more sensitive or something like that. Okay. I mean, it's like I really want to, but I don't know how to do that. Whereas and I'll use this as a cue, and you can dive right in and help explain what this means. But an action like, no, go first. Oh, okay, I get that. I can do that.
Yeah.
In ways that I can really try, in ways a lot of times that emotional intelligence is talked about, that don't quite capture, okay, so what do I do with that?
Yeah.
How do I work with it?
Yeah.
So please explain to me. These are attributes that he came up with. He said, if you're going to be relationally smart,
yes.
go first.
Yes.
What the heck does that mean?
Here's what I have found. In the world that we live in, people bounce off people, we interact with people, but we don't go, I want to build a relationship with you. I want to be in your world, and I want you in my world. I think by proximity we do that. About we're friends with people from elementary and high school because we live in the same town, we go to the same school. When all that moves on, then we become friends with people that we work with because we're around them. But the truth is, if you find people, what I have found in my life is when I find people outside of those circles, that I say, I don't work with you every day, we don't cross paths, but I see who you are and how you are and what you're doing in life, and there's something about you that I'd like in my life, then I'm going to go first to say, I want you to know I'm alive. Okay. I want to get on your radar, and I think we could have a good relationship.
You're going to be the guy at the high school dance that actually crosses the floor, goes up to someone and says, hi, why don't we dance?
Yes.
Rather than staying on the sideline, which, I did.
You would not do that, right?
Oh, I did. Yeah, I did.
No. But the whole idea of going first is...
It's courageous.
It's a little courageous, and it's being thoughtful about who you want to be in relationship with. I think most people are in relationship with people by proximity and default.
Yeah, by accident almost.
Yeah, because we're close together. We work together. Our kids are on the same soccer team together. Our kids play volleyball. Our kids are so we're always hanging out. So we go to the same church together. So there's a belief. We have shared beliefs maybe, or we have shared life experiences, and it causes that. But it doesn't mean there are things in you and who you are that I would like to be a part of my life, and I want to contribute my life to yours.
Okay. All right, so very good. So keep going first.
This is the most frustrating
I hate this
one.
I know what this means, and I hate it.
No.
Okay.
So let's just avoid it.
Okay, moving on.
Seriously, it kind of makes me when I am emotionally unsmart and I feel sorry for myself. I'm like, I don't think I would have any friends in life if I didn't keep reaching out to people. Now there are some people who reach out to me. Very few.
Which
and I'm a very connected individual.
So Greg lives in Oklahoma City, and we're in Tulsa right now. And
hour and a half away from each other.
This used to be where I would see Greg. This was after we'd been working together. So now we were once again separated by the Turner Turnpike, about 90 miles. And every now and then I'd walk in, and I had a big whiteboard on my video that I took care of.
In your office back then.
In my office. To keep clean, and I'd work on it, and then I'd finish it up. Well, I'd come in, and I knew Greg was in because scrawled all over this was, "Hey, Rob, you must not have anything to do because there's nothing on your board. I was here, zing." Yeah. All right, so
yes,
so it was a way of Greg continuing to go first, continuing to reinsert and say, "Hey, I'm here. Let's stay in touch."
Yeah.
Do you have more to say on that?
I feel like that's an intentional effort that never can be let go of.
Okay.
If you're relationally smart.
Yeah.
Because what happens is we get distance.
Yeah.
Just this things happening so immediate in our life. And I've put that practice, and there's several people who could tell you I randomly just drop by. And I told my kids all the time, I'm like, listen, I am the master of drop by. My daughter was talking about moving away and having kids, and I'm like, I will drop by unannounced, I've done this for total strangers. I am certainly doing it for you, child.
Awesome.
And so so it's the keep going where if you have the strength of character that it's like I don't get my feelings hurt that I like to be in relationship with people who are on the go, moving and doing, and they're making their world happen, and I just like to be in it sometimes.
Yeah.
So that's what it takes.
So this actually is really very helpful for me right now. That was one of the ones that caught my eye, like, oh, I better read this and kind of meditate on it.
It's literally like one-liners.
Well,
in the thing.
It's not like a tome, it's not War and Peace.
The whole thing's 800 words.
Right.
That's the commitment. The whole thing's 800 words. So
but it's meaty, right?
Yeah,
that's what good stuff is, right?
I can be succinct.
Yeah, get
powerful.
right to the point. But in life right now, particularly, as the business development that we do, we're always connecting and trying to open up new opportunities. And so when you kind of reach out, or to a colleague that you want to kind of give them something or help them with something, and then you give, and then crickets.
Yeah.
And then you try one more time. After the third or fourth time, you start going, well, either there's something wrong with me or there's something wrong with you. And I don't like to say there's something wrong with me.
Well, there's not. Rob, there's nothing wrong with you. It's always them.
Your credibility is going down.
It's going straight down. Wait a second, turn this thing on. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. I know, Rob.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you got a lot out of it. Tune in next week for part 2 of my interview with Greg. In the meantime, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Those are always very encouraging to me. Please post any comments or questions down below. And until next time, be well